Hey, what's up, you guys? My name is Josh. Welcome back to another video. And today we're finally going to be talking about the HasLab Robbie Ray's Ghost Rider situation. Right now, this has been a pretty hot topic for quite a while in the Marvel Legends community. Sort of, I mean, a lot of toy collectors have been pretty much freaking out after seeing this because, well, to make a long story short, have you seen the price that they're offering the figure? I mean, just in case you don't believe me, I mean, I'm just going to show you, right? Just right off the bat, right? So basically, HasLab has announced this brand new Ghost Rider figure, and it looks sick. It looks pretty cool. I mean, you got like this weird, like futuristic looking Ghost Rider, and you can see he don't got his infamous motorcycle, he got a car. And as you can see, it's all flaming and shit, right? So it looks pretty cool. So it's like, oh, okay. So basically now they're advertising this new product and they basically like kind of backing it up. So it's like they need like a certain amount of voters or so to like back up the project. And once it reaches its goal, it could finally go into production. So yes, these are technically prototype images that we're looking at, but it's pretty much close to the final product. Let's be real here, right? I mean, that's pretty much how this thing works. So it's not the first time they've done this. Obviously, they've done this with Galactus and the Sentinel as well. So you're probably thinking, okay, what's the big deal? Like I mentioned, the price. They're offering this figure, this set, I should say, $349.99, and that's not even counting, tax once you've pretty much agreed to pretty much order it once it actually goes through the whole process. And I'm going to show you the price. I'm just showing you guys this just so you guys don't think I'm lying or anything like that. This is just full on proof right here. And as you can see, it's pretty much halfway almost its goal. Its target is to reach 9,000 backers, and we're up to 5,539 backers as of now. So yeah, despite what's been going on, people still kind of want it anyway, I guess, But then that's also kind of the other issue as well. So before we can really jump ahead and talk about, what's going on right now, we need to talk about uh how the outrage kind of started, because obviously that's a huge price. That is really expensive. And mind you, in the past we've gotten figures like Ghost Rider with his infamous motorcycle and all that, and obviously that didn't cost more than $100 or so. That was like a freaking box set that you could get at freaking Walmart or Target. So obviously it's not hard to see why people are so fed up, especially with what Hasbro's been coming up with for the past couple of weeks, or should I say months. Not even, because of course I'm also going to mention their infamous like plastic free packaging, which has been a pretty big issue as well. I only have two so far. I've gotten the Spider-Man and Marvel Spinneret 2-pack, and then I also got the Future Foundation Spider-Man, his stealth suit. So as you can see, people are not really happy about these because obviously it's, a big, huge target for stealing. People can basically pretty much take whatever's inside and replace it with something else. That's called swatting. And obviously, Hasbro, they're kind of aware of the situation. I say kind of because apparently I've heard that now there's going to be like some sort of special tape that they're going to put on. So that way it could pretty much show you that the item has not been stolen, but I don't know. Basically, the point I'm trying to say is people have been upset with Hasbro for a pretty long time because of this decision. And obviously, this new Ghost Rider set that they've announced doesn't help either, especially considering the prices. Basically, they've been asking like way too much than what we're getting. And well, of course, we gotta go back a little bit because Marvel Legends figures, just to buy one single figure, used to cost you at least $20, $19.99. So okay, fine, it's whatever, right? At least it's not where we're at today, because obviously with the pandemic and the inflation that's happened, of course, the figures went up to around $23.99 or $24.99, and now with this brand, even though technically they should be saving money without using any plastic, because they didn't use no more plastic at all, except for the figures, obviously. But they bumped up the price to now $27.99. So you're basically spending a lot more money for less. So it's not hard to see why people are pretty pissed off, considering that this new Ghost Rider set literally costs like not even. And like I said, if you plan on actually buying this, like ordering it as soon as it's backed up and it's ready, who knows? You're gonna be paying a whole ton of tax too. I mean, that's like $350 plus who knows how much, especially considering where you're from. So obviously people are upset, and it's not hard to see why. Because I mean, just look at it. Is it really worth that much? Yeah, it's a big, huge card and it comes with a nice figure. Heck, there's even like some little bonuses that they'll add. Hey, they'll even add a human form of Ghost Rider. Heck, let's add Mephisto in there too. Yeah, that'll fix the problem because no, it just gotten a lot worse, really. I think that it's called like perks, I guess. I'm guessing the more backed up and the more support that this product gets, I guess more like new stuff that they'll be pumping out. I guess that's how this whole thing works. I'm not really too sure. Only because from what I've known about the Hasbro Pulse and the HasLab, people. Obviously, like I've mentioned, they've done stuff like trying to bring back the Sentinel and Galactus because those figures actually used to be old Build-A-Figures during the beginning of the Marvel Legends line. So this was during the Toy Biz era, obviously. They actually did made, Build-A-Figure pieces that were Galactus and Sentinel. So obviously, because this is 2022 and not 2002 anymore, obviously, of course, it makes sense that they will want to bring those back. But obviously, instead of just saying that they're going to, I'm not really sure what was the whole purpose of doing this whole backing thing. I guess, I don't know. I guess this is their way of saying, hey, we'll finally make the figures you actually want, but we need some backers because we got other shit to do. That's kind of how I feel with this, And this whole situation is pretty upsetting considering that, like I say, these are not bad looking figures, but like people are fed up with the prices, obviously, because it does come off as very unnecessary. And it's like, no matter how much you try to look, it's like, why though? You try to like look deep into like with the production and all that. And it's like, why did they cost so much? Like at this point, it's not even about inflation or anything. This just feels like a ripoff, and that's how people feel. Deep down, they actually feel like they're getting ripped off. And the outrage has been so bad to where I see YouTubers everywhere pretty much calling it quits for Marvel Legends. They don't even want to buy their products no more. I've seen some people be like, yeah, F you, Marvel Legends, and I'm like, woo! And I'm like, this is kind of pretty spicy. I wouldn't, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if I make a part 2 of talking about this because this definitely looks like something that will not do well at all. I get the feeling this is only going to get much more worse later on because, like I say, it's pretty much halfway through its goal. And I think if I saw it correctly on my phone, I think by the end of the month it needs to reach its goal or so. I'm not too sure. But whatever, I don't know. You're probably wondering, Josh, do you plan on buying it? No, of course not. I'm not crazy. Are you kidding me? You know how many NECA action figures I could literally buy with that? You know how many Ultraman figures I can order online? Because heck, I've been buying a whole bunch. I mean, look. I already bought these in the past, but like, look how great these are. You know what I mean? For all you kaiju fans out there. So yeah, the toy reviews, they are coming. All right, they are. Trust me. All right, I just gotta start pre-recording. Anyway, that's not my point. The point I'm trying to make is obviously the price point. It just doesn't make any sense. It makes sense for well, okay, not really. I don't know. I mean, how much would you guys think a Sentinel and a Galactus cost? Because those are pretty huge figures, and from what I've seen, I know that Galactus is also going to come with a couple other figures too, so it makes sense that maybe they're slightly expensive because they are much more bigger figures and they got lots of detail. But in here, it's like it's just Ghost Rider in a car with some flame pieces. Okay, $350. All right, what? Oh, why exactly though? No, even I tried to investigate so hard. It's like I want to talk about it, but like, I should probably wait because I know for sure more stuff is gonna come out and it's not gonna look good. So I was like, let me wait. And luckily I did because obviously, like I mentioned, now that they announced like more perks, of course, and they talk about how, now they're gonna release Mephisto, who's he's a Ghost Rider villain, and they're also gonna release the human form of Ghost Rider. So it's like, yeah, hopefully you could, it's possible that they could possibly come to life if they reach the goal. And I don't know, not to mention that throughout this whole thing, a lot of other collectors have also noticed that this pretty much also brought like the worst in Marvel Legends collectors, because it's actually gotten pretty bad to where now collectors are pretty much fighting with each other and all that. And I'm guessing some of them are kind of debating like, is it really worth it or not? Or maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I don't know. There's like this huge thing going on, and I see a lot of people talking about it. I know Shartimus Prime, he also talked about it too, like the community behavior or so. And it's like, yeah, I mean, that I shouldn't be surprised that this is happening, but I don't know. I mean, And like that's not even to mention too. I didn't look too much into this. I probably should have, but there was even this other YouTuber talking about how there were like other collectors basically like telling him, "Oh, buy it," and then like can't